So who loves a liquid foundation? I know I do. It's my very favorite thing. It's what I use most of the time. But no matter what, I always start out with our foundation primer. So go ahead and to use our foundation primer, I usually apply it on my fingers, do like a pea-sized dot, and it's SPF 15 in it. This is how I get more of my sun protection. And then I'm warming up with my fingertips, and I start in the center of my face where I have the largest pores. And then I gently, like, I'm not pressing like super in or anything. I'm just buffing it on my face. And it's not going to like sink in your pores because our stuff is non-comedogenic. It won't and all that, but it's going to kind of slightly fill in and just kind of lay gently on top of fine lines and stuff like that. And like I said, help with sun protection. And it's also going to absorb oils. So then we've got our liquid foundations. So we have a couple different types. We have our CC creams, which come in very light to medium, medium to deep, deep and very deep. So they don't really have a specific undertone. They match a variety of skin tones. They are a sheer coverage to a medium coverage. You can get them, and they have SPF 15 as well. They're like an everyday or someone that doesn't like a lot of foundation in that. This is their go-to. Or if you want something like, if you had to have makeup while you're working out or something, or going to be outside, there you go. Or going to date the beach, but you still feel like you need a little coverage, because there's some of y'all that like that, and that's totally fine. All right, the next we have is our Timewise 3D foundations. And you'll notice that on the back there's either a pink or there's a purple little bar. So what that pink means, this is for normal to dry skin. And this is going to be your luminous wear. And then you have your purple, which is your combination oily, but the matte really can be worn by anybody. But if you do have extremely dry skin, then that luminous is going to be your best friend, because it's going to also moisturize. These also have anti-aging benefits and have a little bit of built-in skincare as well. It does not have SPF in it. But these are my favorite. This is what I wear every day. And I love with our foundations, they are actually made to build on top of each other's and not look cakey and stuff like that. So if you are like having a very, very special event and you want super full coverage and you're doing like a glamour face, and let me tell you, these do have full coverage. I can do sheer coverage, medium coverage, or full coverage with just these. But if I want to take it up a notch, then I'll do a layer of CC cream and then add these on top. The other more liquid foundations that we have is also our Endless Performance, and that's like a cream to powder. I don't use that one as much personally, but I do have a few people that like that. And when you're using these, how do you match them? The place that you're going to match is right here on your jawline. And you see, I have a little bit of redness right here. A lot of people have a lot of pinkness through there. That doesn't mean you have a pink undertone. If you look the rest of me, it's more of olive. Sometimes, yeah, I'm more of an olive skin tone with a touch of pink, depending on what's going on with my body that day. But here is the place that you're going to, you can do a little bit of a strop test. You want that foundation to actually sink and blend with your skin. So you can get just a little bit. Right there, you can do a little strop test. So if you need sample packs, I can totally send them. And then I just lightly blend just a little bit. Let it set for like 30 seconds if you, to kind of just let it really like settle on your skin. There you go, with the warmth of your body and all that. And the other place that you can check, if you aren't one of those people that have like a super tan and then a super white face, unless you're wanting to match 100%, but then you'll have to also put on your neck, but is your décolleté right here. And see if it matches, because you don't want your face to be one color and your chest to be one. Now, if you are someone that has a lot of tanning over the years, sometimes we do run into that. And it's okay if your face is it is a different color, but what you want is a smooth transition. And I can totally help with that if you have questions and that. And our tools that we have, so to apply your foundation, you can totally use what God gave you, your fingers. Just make sure they're clean. If you're an oily person, though, you probably don't want to use your fingers just because it can make it more oily. But God did give you those, and you can use them. But if you want even a better coverage and a better blend, then start picking up some tools. And I know people are like, oh, but do I really need to spend money? Yes, if you want to step up your makeup game, then yes, you need to invest in some tools. But you want tools that are going to last. I love ours run from about $10 to $16, I think, if I'm thinking correctly on everything. When you do it a piece and that. But our foundation brushes, we have our liquid foundation brush. It has a flat top. It's dense. And I love this for any sheer medium coverage. You put it on your face and you can blend it out, or you can even stipple for a better coverage. Then we also have our blending brush. And yes, I will tell you, this is porous and it does stain. This is not dirty, I promise you. Like, I have cleaned these with Dawn dish soap. I've sanitized them with all kinds of like other brush cleaner and that. But this part just does not really, it does not really come clean. That's the only thing, like, I wish it did better. That's okay. But the bristles, that's what you want to make sure are clean, and it is super dense. Some people actually, they didn't realize, so you can kind of tell there. It's a little bit of a brush. But some people at first, when they see it, they actually think it's a sponge because it's so dense. And the denser and the more bristles that you're going to have, the smoother the coverage is going to be. And then I know this one's dirty because I just used it. And last night I didn't. I forgot to wash it. But it's our sponge. And our sponge, you wouldn't run it under some water. You keep squeezing. It's going to double about its size. And then I just take, it's not in here, but our Time Wise face bar, and I'll actually run it across and squeeze and all that to get it clean. But you use it wet, and then you just stipple on your face as well. And it's got the little point inside if you need to get into some corners in that. And then the other thing I use to clean my brushes is Dawn dish soap. Like, that's the bomb diggity. Your foundation brushes, you're going to have to clean more because it's a liquid foundation and they get dirty and they're going to hold bacteria. So if you're someone struggling with acne, yes, you need to clean your brushes. Just have a little bottle. You don't have to have a bottle that size on your thing. But done with it, put a little Dawn dish soap, go ahead, run it under, and then lay it down to dry or hang it upside down. You can totally do a towel rack with hair bands, but that is your key with foundation. Let me know what questions you have if you want to get matched with foundation, stuff like that. Oh, and go back. See? Look how that just blends in beautifully. And that. So, let me know what questions you have. And yes,